Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the May 27th, 2025 legislative meeting of the Town of Ossining. Rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Councilmember Meyer,
Present.
Councilmember Manicchio,
Here.
Councilmember Phil Tawil,
On our way.
Councilmember Wines,
Present.
Supervisor Feldman.
Present.
Public hearings, local law of 2025, reduction of speed limit on Stormy Town Road. Is anybody that would like to comment on this local law? Is anybody online? Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Public hearing approval of cable television franchisee renewal agreement between the town of Ossining and Cablevision of Ossining LP.
We're going to adjourn this to June 10th.
So one of the rules is that all of these agreements have to be substantively the same. So the board is going to be considering the agreement with Verizon tonight. So once that agreement is in place, that'll provide the template or, what we'll use for Cablevision. So the timing just didn't work out of getting it done to have the public hearing tonight, but it's already been noticed. So we'll just carry it over.
Thank you, Chris.
We'll just have a motion on that.
Do we need to?
Thank you.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Departmental report, tax receiver, Holly Perlowitz.
Everybody,
Good evening.
nice to see you again. It was nice working with all of you yesterday at Real Day. My report of the outstanding taxes as of today, and just to let you know, April was a very busy month. We collected over $35 million for the town and county taxes and also other delinquent taxes. So $35 million in a month has kept us on our toes. Thus far, we have collected 98.9% of our active warrants. And at this point in the tax cycle for our year, we have all the 2024 taxes, meaning town and county for 2024, and school taxes for 2024, as well as our 2025 taxes, are all considered active warrants because it's not until July when we actually take any 2024 taxes that have been unpaid and roll them into a lien against property parcels for lack of payment of taxes. So at this point, we're at 98.4% collected. So I'm very happy with that. Our delinquent letters for 2025's town and county went out on May 15th, and we're getting payments in. So a lot of times it's people who've just forgotten. And our only way of dealing with that is to sign them up for our email alerts. I can't make them read it, but I can certainly sign them up. And many people, it's the kind of thing, and I know myself as a homeowner here in Ossining that I did that once. And once you have that happen to you once and you pay a penalty, you don't do it again. So we have 10,184 parcels, and some people just forget. But we're working through that. We also will be, if you look at the delinquent taxes, we have $1.4 million in delinquent taxes. Over $800,000 of that are just very recent liens, meaning anything that's in 2023 or 2024. And people are paying all the time of life situations, and there is a lien. but they do pay them. And one of my personal goals is always to get some payments on all liens during the course of a month, and I do. So we will be seeking judgments on 3 parcels soon as well to begin foreclosure proceedings. Those 3 parcels, I just wanted to let everyone know, is 56 Stormytown Road, 11 Branrith, and 589 North State Road. So in conclusion, I just want to say that the tax office is running smoothly, and I love it and I find it exciting, but the thing that you want, I think, is just for the tax office to run smoothly and for us to collect the taxes that are outstanding. Patty and Aaron in my office are skilled and also have the right kind of attitude for a tax office. I tell people all the time, there's nothing I can do about what your taxes are, but when you call my office, you're going to get a response, you're going to get the information that you need. And it's just a standard that we have that you don't leave the office before any telephone calls are returned or emails are returned for that day. So I appreciate all the effort from my own office, and I always feel very supported by this town board as well, and I appreciate that as well. So if you have any questions, I'm delighted to answer them.
I was very impressed with the dance your team did during tax collection. It was very busy, you know, in the seniors in the parking and the
Right.
So, you know, staying late on that last day just to make sure people had the best chance to get there and staying on a day on the weekend. You go above and beyond, it's noticed, and the taxpayers notice it too. But thank you on behalf of.
Thank you. Noticing. It is quite a dance. We do it. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Golly.
Thank you, Holly. Supervisor and town board announcements.
All right. So I'd like to thank everybody who came to see the parade, marched in the parade, especially those who organized the parade for Memorial Day. To remember, you know, how come we have our freedoms and those who gave everything so that that is true. As always, Michael G. O'Connor, Post 506, the fire department, OVAC, police department, and a lot of other community members, including elected, come together along with the Scouts and the Ossining High School Band, many other organizations to remember and to celebrate our freedoms. So thank you to everybody who participated, even if you were just watching and clapping for all the veterans who marched. Okay, Sunday, June 1st is the 2025 Westchester Pride Festival hosted by The Loft. This family-friendly celebration features live entertainment, community resources, and activities for all ages. It will be located in downtown White Plains between Main Street and Martin Ave, 12 noon to 5 p.m. For more information on this free event, visit loftgaycenter.org. Westchester County Parks will be running a Playland Job Fair on June 7th. There will be on-the-spot interviews for the first 100 people who attend. For more information, please visit playland.com. Mike Briscoe Music is hosting a free workshop about mental health industry on Saturday, May 31st, 11:30 a.m. For more information or to sign up, contact them at mail@riscomusic.com. The Hudson Valley Books for Humanity is welcoming author Radha Vestal for a talk on crime, immigration, and New York history. She will be hosting a dynamic conversation about her new book, Number 10 Doyer Street, this Saturday, May 31st from 5 p.m. to 30 p.m. Monday, June 2nd at 3:30 will be the Ossining LGBTQ+ flag raising. Join us at Market Square to celebrate. On Friday, June 6th will be the flag raising at 6 p.m. at Market Square. Join us for that celebration as well. On Saturday, June 7th, Project Mover will be hosting a free bike class. This class includes a presentation and an optional on-bike portion. It will be held at the Joseph G. Community Center from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Please register at bike.org. Probably bring your helmet. Bethany Arts Community will be hosting the Big Play Date event on Saturday, June 14th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event is specifically tailored to children 0 to 3 years old and their caregiver. Enjoy activities and the grounds of Bethany Arts Community. The Hudson River Music Festival is scheduled for Saturday, June 14th at Croton Point Park. There'll be a ton of musical guests, family-friendly activities. To learn more or get tickets, visit HudsonRiverMusicalFestival.com. It's going to be very similar to the Clearwater Festival. Ossining Summer Camp registration is still open. Camp runs from June 30th through August 8th. For more information regarding prices and registration, please visit villageofossining.org. Neighbors Link is a great resource for information. Their website is www.neighborslink.org. Click on resources to register to attend informational webinars about knowing your rights in English or Spanish, and to find contact information for trusted professionals. New York State Attorney General also has a list of resources with the goal of protecting the rights of rights of New Yorkers regardless of immigration status. For more information, please visit ag.ny.gov/resources/individuals/immigrants-rights. As always, our Ossining Public Library will be hosting many events, including movies, crafts, meditation, tutoring, yoga, book clubs, and much more. Their website, ossininglibrary.org, for more information. And the Loft LGBTQ+ Community Center has everything: events, programs, resources, and presentations, all dedicated to providing support to the LGBTQ+ community. Many virtual and in-person support groups and clubs for a multitude of different topics. Check out their website at loftgaycenter.org for more information. And for more events being held locally, you can check out the Supervisor's Update, Supervisor's webpage to see them. Thank you. Do any of my colleagues have any events? Thank you.
Thank you. Any liaison reports?
No.
Public comment on agenda items. Business shall be accorded to one for a minute opportunity to address the board on any of the resolutions of the agenda. I see nobody in the public. No. Board resolutions, approval of minutes, May 13, 2025. Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Austin hereby approves the May 13, 2025 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of voucher detail report. Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Austin hereby approves the voucher detail report dated May 27, 2025 in the amount of $165,342.85. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution Local Law Number 2 of 2025 amends the Chapter 180 of the Town Code of to allow additional persons to qualify for the exemption for persons with disability and limited income. Whereas the real property tax law authorizes local municipalities to offer tax exemption for qualifying persons with a disability based upon their income level, and whereas the state recently amends the state law to allow persons with a disability whose property is in special needs, trust of property owns, has the tenant with a disability, and at least providing them with a life interest in the property to be eligible for the exemption. And whereas the town board desires to incorporate this modification into the town code to expand the category of the qualifying person with disabilities and allow them to obtain the exemption so they can remain in their homes in age and peace. Sorry. And whereas the town board held a duly noticed public hearing in the legislative session on Tuesday, May 13, 2025, and members of the public having the opportunity to attend and be heard, the public hearing was closed on May 13, 2025. And whereas a local law has been on the desk of the members of the town board for at least 7 days, exclusive of Sunday prior to the adoption of the resolution, and now therefore we resolve that the town board hereby determines the action is not subject to the State Environment Qualifier Review Acts and will not affect the environment. And before the result, the town board, after due deliberation, finds that there is the force of the safety, health, and well-being of the persons and property in the town and the best interest of the town to adopt said local law and the town board hereby adopts the local law of 2025, local law number 2 of 2025 as amended, and be further resolved that the town clerk is directed to enter said local law in the minutes of the meeting into the local law book, the town of Austin, to publish it minutes in the newspaper published in the town, if any, or in such newspaper published in the county in which such town may be located, having a circulation in such town. An affidavit of said publication shall be filed with the town clerk, and to file a copy of said local law with the Secretary of the State of New York. The roll call, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a roll call. Councilmember Meyer,
Aye.
Councilmember Manicchio,
Aye.
Councilmember Phil Tawil,
Aye.
Councilmember Wines,
Aye.
Supervisor Feldman.
Aye.
2025 cabaret license, Crotonville Owner LLC, whereas Crotonville Owner LLC doing business as Crotonville Conference Center, 1 All Albany Post Road, Ossining. The applicant has filed an application for a cabaret license for the calendar year 2025, and whereas the town board has reviewed the application and attachment there, and has solicited input for in both departments, including the police department and building department. And whereas the town board held duly noticed public hearing in its regular meeting on Tuesday, May 13, 2025, and after members of the public having the opportunity to speak on the application, the public hearing was closed on May 13, 2025, and now therefore be resolved that the town board hereby approve the application of the Crotonville Owner LLC for a cabaret license for the calendar year of 2025, subject to the following limitation and conditions. The music play in the site consistent given time only of 5 music consisting of guitarist playing violins and a singer. Amplified music shall only be played between the hours of 12 p.m. and 10 p.m. and amplified music shall only ever be allowed indoors. For the result, the conditions cabaret license are only for the 2025 calendar year, and the town board reserves the right to modify, add, and to eliminate any of all conditions when considering the applicant's application for cabaret license renewal for the 2026 calendar year in accordance with the Chapter 68 of the Town Code. And before the result that the town clerks have directed to send the applicant a certified copy of this resolution. To have a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Cable franchisee renewal agreement with the Verizon New York INC, whereas as its May 13, 2025 meeting, the town board held a duly noticed public hearing to consider 5-year renewal agreement with the Verizon New York INC to continue to provide cable services to residents and business in the unincorporated town of Ossining, and members of the public having the opportunity to attend and be heard. The town board closed the public hearing on May 13, 2025, and now therefore be resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into a 5-year renewal agreement with Verizon New York INC with the Verizon to provide a public education and governmental grant in the amount of $60,005 annual installment of $12,000. To have a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution assessment agreement with Crotonville Owner LLC be resolved that town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Crotonville Owner LLC to set assessment value of the property known as 1 Albany Post Road at 39.5 million for the 2025 and 2026 assessment roll for the 2026 and 2027 real property taxes respectively, subject to approval by council to the town as to form. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Experience Clean Heat Initiative Participation Agreement, New York State Energy Research and Development Authority. Be resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement to participate in New York State Energy Research and Development Authority's Experience Clean Heat Consumer Initiative. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Lease agreement, Finance Leasing USA INC resolved that the town board of Town of Austin retroactively authorizes the town supervisor to sign a 60-month lease agreement with Quadient Leasing USA INC, Milford, Connecticut, for a postage machine for the town court. So I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Park picnic area use, Sing Sing Prison Museum. Be resolved, the town board hereby authorizes the Sing Sing Prison Museum, a domestic non-for-profit corporation, to rent a picnic area to be determined in advance by the Arts and Recreation Department on at least Saturday, Sunday, or Monday in every month through November 2025 for a total cost of $1,500 and for those attending museum tours. And be further resolved that Sing Sing Prison Museum might charge a reasonable fee for those attending the tours, which fee will not be for nonprofit, but will be to contribute to the cost of the museum's operation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel appointments, seasonal labor, resolve that the town board of Town of Austining appoints Darien Locke Austining to the seasonal position to labor to the town highway department in an hourly rate of $17 effective May 27, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Town Planning Board Architectural Review Board resignation, Nicholas Emmanuel Enriquez. Resolved that the town board of Town of Austin Town Board hereby accepts the resignation of Nicholas Emmanuel Enriquez Radcliffe Manor from the 5-year terms on the Town Planning Board Architectural Review Board. I have a motion.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution modifying Town Board schedule, whereas at its annual reorganization meeting, the town board established by resolution its meeting is scheduled for the year with the town legislative meeting, work session, and town hall meetings is scheduled to occur throughout the year. And whereas it has come to the town board attention that there are certain conflicts with its meeting schedule that the board wishes to address. Now therefore, we resolve that the town board hereby cancels its work session schedule on June 17, 2025, due to the grievances day. So I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Visitor recognition, visitor shall be accorded one main opportunity to address the board on the issues not related to the agenda, but the relevance to the common goods of the town. Right? Okay, do I have a motion for a executive session?
I don't have anything.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
They're
Thank you.
sad. Okay, I did want to mention now. Yes, June 17th grievance day. If you do not agree with the assessment that you got in the mail from Tyler and our assessment office, please make sure that you let us know for June 17th. Also, one more event, the Austining Portuguese Club is celebrating their 50th year, 50th anniversary. They're have a ceremony and flag raising at 1:30 p.m. at St. Anne's School. They will have traditional Portuguese food, music, dancing, and more. Okay, and Councilwoman Fields to Will.
Yeah, sorry, I just remembered there's one more event this week on the 29th on Thursday at 6:30. Austining Padres Hispanos is having their gala at the Briarcliff Manor.
There are still tickets available.
Yeah, You have to buy a
Um,
ticket.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Have a good evening. We'll
Wrap
see
it
you
up.
next week.